Good morning, everyone. I am Hirinder, and I welcome you to our joint meeting of Leaders Connect, Storytellers, and Leaders Story. I'm Hirinder, at your sergeant at arm for today's meeting. And I would welcome you again to our joint meeting. Uh, as everybody has a mission in their life, to achieve. Likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission, and the mission to our Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive, positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We have some rule that we follow in our meeting, that we avoid speaking on some sensitive topics such as religion, sex, and politics. And while the other speaker, we try and minimize the distraction and keep ourselves mute if we are not speaking. One last thing, keep your cameras on and share your beautiful smile and encourage the speaker by sharing your virtual smile whenever possible, virtual thumbs up. And so without further ado, let's begin, and I will pass over to myself as presiding officer for today's meeting. So again, as a presiding officer, I'm Hirinder, and I welcome to the meeting all of you. Before we delve into the meeting, we have a power pack agenda with Mohit Sani will be leading us as a team mode of the day. Do we have a guest today? Toastmaster Mohit, can you help me if we have any guests present in the meeting?
Yes, Toastmaster Hirinder, we do have a few guests here. So I would like to call them upon one by one and have a
Yeah,
quick
please.
introduction. Also, we have a couple of new joiners. Mohit Agarwal, for example, is a member now. Neeti is a member now, so we can formally welcome them as well.
Yeah,
So you may want to do that and then I can call upon the new faces which I see here in the room, and then we can do the same thing for the online folks.
okay. Sure. Thank you. So please welcome Mohit Agarwal as a member, and I don't see Neeti, but we can still clap for both of them.
And Neeti is here in the room actually.
Oh,
You
Neeti is
can.
here in the room. Thank you for joining
Thank
us,
you.
Mohit and Neeti. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the club, both of you, and we look forward to learn from each other.
Certainly. Thank you very much. That I have a
Uh,
enriching experience with each other.
okay. Mohit, can you call upon the guest now? I don't see online. Uh,
Sure. Okay, let me call upon the new faces who I see here. And maybe we can start with Parsuram. He's joining for the first time. Hi, Parsuram. You want to share a couple of lines about yourself and what brings you here?
Sure. So myself, Parashuram Shankar Narayanan. I'm working as a risk consultant here in Gurugram for a US-based fund. And Toastmaster has um, it has it has captured my interest because of my I want to learn and grow as a speaker, and I already have some experience of speaking before on the topic of religion. So, but otherwise, I want to grow that particular interest of mine. So, Toastmaster excites me a lot. Thank you.
thank you, guest Parshuram. We look forward to see your feedback also towards the end. How was your experience? Do we have more guests present there,
Yes, we
Toastmaster
have
Mohit?
one more guest who you did visit last time, but you can still come here. I'm forgetting your name. Siddharth. Sarkar. Sarkar. Oh, Sartaj, of course, you're Niti's friend. Okay, okay. I wasn't here when you were attending, but yeah, please.
Hello everyone. So
Hi,
uh,
Sartaj.
it's great to meet you all, and I visited last week, and uh, I'm here to improve on my communication and the leadership skills, which I'll be learning here. And it's great to meet all of you.
Welcome to the meeting, Sartaj.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, those are all the guests who are present in the meeting room. We can maybe check online as well.
I can see Satish.
Hi, very good
Sat-
morning to you all.
Hi,
I
Satish.
am Dr. Sadish from Abu Dhabi Speakers Bureau Toastmasters Club.
Welcome
Nice
to
to
the
meet you
meeting,
all.
Satish.
I have been attending your meeting for a long time. Hope it will be a fantastic meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the meeting again, Satish. I can see Malika also. Malika, would you like to introduce yourself? What brings you to the meeting?
Hello
And
everyone.
it will be great if you could speak, if you can have your cameras on.
That I can't do right now. Actually, I'm traveling.
Okay.
Hello everyone. So I was longing to attend this club meeting. One of my friends suggested for public speaking. Although I know about Toastmasters already, but yes, to experience the online meeting, I'm here. They'll be soon opening my camera after I'll have go back to my home. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the meeting, Malika. We look forward to see you and hear from you as well towards the fag end of our meeting. With that, we conclude the initial opening, and now let's welcome the distinguished Toastmaster, Toastmaster Mohit, as Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit Sahni.
And to add some more energy, actually, yes. Hi, everyone. So by the end of this session, all of you will experience a fantastic Toastmasters meeting, and you will also get to know how to craft a speech. My name is Mohit Sahni, and I'm the Toastmaster of the day, which is nothing but the host of the meeting, who will carry you from beginning till the end. So our Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts. The first one is the prepared speeches, where we come and deliver a speech based on a pathway, which is the education course of Toastmasters. The second stage of a meeting is the impromptu speaking, which is where we practice speaking on the spot. You're given a topic there and then, and you're supposed to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And the last stage of the meeting is the evaluations, which is where we improve, we look at what we did well, and what is it that we can do better. Those are the three parts of the Toastmasters meeting. Now, coming to crafting a speech, I'm not sure about you, but personally, it has given me nightmares whenever I have to script for an upcoming speech, be it a keynote, be it a workshop, or if sleepless nights, and sometimes a disaster on the stage as well. Exactly, right? It does happen sometimes. So that's what we will aim at overcoming. I'll share with you what I have learned from my mentors and what I've found extremely simple and yet very powerful. So hopefully you will find value in that. So are you with me? Do you want to learn that? Yes. Yay. And online audience, if you have any questions, you can raise your virtual hand or your actual hand, and I'll try to keep an eye on you. But just stop me in between, and I can take your questions. Yes. So now that you have said yes, so let's start on. And yes is the word of the day as well. That is what will help you remember how to craft a speech. Why? That's what it starts from. Why? Why are you on the stage is the first question that you should answer. What is the purpose of being on the stage? If you don't have that, then there's no point. So this entire speech crafting journey begins with the reason for being on the stage. If you don't have anything to say, don't be on the stage, right? So with that, let me keep the meeting also going forward, and I would like to invite on stage our general evaluator of the day, which is being played by Toastmaster Mehak Kapoor today. Toastmaster Mehak is a working professional. She works with the Times Group, and she's an amazing content creator, and she also has great interest in marketing. So without further ado, I would like to invite on stage our general evaluator of the day, who will help us to understand how the evaluation goes. So over to you, Toastmaster Mehak. Let's have a round of applause for Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for this warm welcome. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Before I begin, like I'm serving as the general evaluator, here is a very simple question for all of you. How many of you have used the Google Maps while traveling? Well, I'm sure all of you have used. Now tell me what happens when you take a wrong turn. Does the Google Maps say that you are a credible driver or you should stop driving? Of course not. What it simply says is recalculating. It doesn't judge you, it won't criticize you ever, but it will simply help you get back on the right track. That's how evaluation also works in Toastmasters. Every meeting, every speech, every role, anything, even for Toastmasters, you are taking that has helped you becoming a better communicator and a leader. Because as evaluators, we are not here to point out mistakes or discourage all of you. We are here to help each member find a better route towards improvement. So this is what the role today is all about. That is the general evaluator. And I have a team, that is my CAT team, who will carefully observe the today's meeting and will share our observations towards the end of the meeting. So let's begin by inviting the timer. First of all, Toastmaster Geeta, to please come up on stage and explain and share your role as the timer for the meeting today.
Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yeah, I'm Geeta. I am the timer for today's meeting. For timer, there are 3 cards. One is the green card. Can you see the green? So,
Toastmaster Geeta, it was not clear. The color was not clear. Maybe
color
the
is
lighting.
not clear. My goodness. Then kindly hold on for a minute. Kindly hold on. Sorry for holding. In future, I'll be making this the cards for the timer role. For today's, I'm sorry. I think this is the green, which everybody can see. Green card is when you are the minimum qualifying time is over. I think I'm saying it correctly. When the minimum qualifying time is over, and the yellow card when the target time is over. Yellow card when the target time is over, and the red card when you exceed the limit. So there are 3 cards: green, yellow, and red. Green card at the minimum time, yellow target time, and the red when you exceed the limit. I'm correct or not? And shall I tell the timings also? And for the icebreaker speech, it is for 4 to 6 minutes. And for the standard prepared speech, it is for 5 to 7 minutes. And for table topics, it is for 1 to 2 minutes. I think these are the 3 speeches we have: icebreaker, standard speech, and the table topics. And for the evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong somewhere, you can please tell me.
No, of course, Master Geeta, the timings are correct.
If you want me to repeat the time, I can repeat the time. If anybody wants to repeat me, if anybody wants me to repeat the time, I can repeat the time. I think it's clear to everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Geeta, for sharing the cards. I think we can pin Toastmaster Geeta when the speeches and the cable topics are going on for every one of us to see the timing cards as well. Now, I would like to invite on stage our counter for the meeting, Toastmaster Pranav, to please explain and share about his role.
Hello, I hope I am audible. Yeah, so I am the R counter for the meeting, and I'll be counting the long pauses, the R's and ums or the filler words that are used by the speakers, and I'll be noting them down to help you improve and reduce them over time. They distract the listeners, and they are like speed breakers. I mean, the audience might not be able to focus them if you use them excessively. So I'll share my report at the end. Uh, and yes, back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pranav, for sharing about your role as the R counter for the meeting. Now, I would like to invite on stage Toastmaster Gayatri as the grammarian for the meeting to share about her role.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, I'll pay very close attention to all the speakers and listen to their language usage. I'll also make a note of any outstanding words or quotes used in your speech. As a grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce a word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is poised. P-O-I-S-E-D. Poised, which means calm and confident. Some other meanings like it is in control, composed, like that. So, usage of the word is the speaker looked poised even though she forgot the script. The idiom of the day is strike a chord. As a past tense, you can use struck a chord, meaning create a strong emotional response. The usage is the leader's speech struck a chord with his followers. Please try to use the word of the day or the idiom of the day wherever possible in your speech. And I request everyone to give a thumbs up sign when you hear someone uses the word or the idiom of the day.
Idiom of the day, I don't understand, Gayatri. Can you please tell me?
Yeah, strike a chord. I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, strike a chord. I think there is a problem in offline.
Hi, Toastmaster Gayatri. We were not able to catch the phrase. Is it strike a chord?
Yeah, strike a chord.
C-H-O-R-D.
C-H-O-R-D, yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mohitji, can you please again spell it?
Yes, I'll let Gayatri.
I'll write it in the chat actually after this.
Yeah. Also, Gayatri, if you can repeat the meaning once for the offline audience for strike a chord.
Create a strong emotional response from the audience, like that, from the viewer. Example, the leader's speech struck a chord with his followers. Can you please all unmute yourself and please repeat after me the word of the day? Poised. P-O-I-S-E-D. Poised.
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 Thank you. So at the end of the meeting, I'll submit my report when I called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Back to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for that poised and confident introduction to your role. Now, this was my team, that is the CAT team, and we will share the report towards the end of the meeting. I will have the report for the overall meeting, that what went well and where we can improve. Until that, I would suggest you keep using the word of the day as well as the e-game of the day. Be mindful about the time and keep a control on your hours and cups. Now, I would present the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mohit, to carry forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak and your entire team. We have a raise of hand here in the offline group. So yes, Soumya, you'll have to be a bit loud so our folks online can hear. We do. Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, thank you. We do have a 2-minute speech from Toastmaster Nancy. I was reminded of that. So, Toastmaster Nancy, are you ready with your 2-minute speech?
Sure.
Toastmaster Soumya, can you repeat the title? 4 days. Okay.
Can I start?
Just give me 1 second, Toastmaster Nancy. I will spotlight you and I'll invite you. So we have a 2-minute speech by Toastmaster Nancy. Toastmaster Nancy, 4 days that changed everything. 4 days that changed everything. Toastmaster Nancy. Timer, please note, this is a 2-minute speech, so you can show the green card at 1:30 and yellow at 2 and red at 2:30. That should be fine. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Nancy.
Good morning, Toastmaster and guests. Today, I am your speaker. Yeah, I am excited to share a story about trust, honesty, and unexpected love. My speech titled 4 Days That Changed Everything. 4 Days That Changed Everything. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Now I started. Have you ever imagined that just 4 days of conversation could change your entire life? Well, I never did. Uh, Let me take you back to the beginning. It was the night of March 8th March 2024, around midnight. I received a friend request. I was just looking at his profile when suddenly a message popped up. We started chatting. At first, I hadn't even followed him back. After talking for him, after talking for a while, I finally accepted his request because he seemed like a genuine person. The interesting part was that he belonged to the same city, and although he was working in another city, and never hear the crazy part. Uh, Within just 4 days of talking, we both felt like we wanted to spend our lives together. Yes, 4 days. We had never met in person. We hadn't even had a video call. The connection felt so real that it scared us. As time passed, things become more serious. Everything was going beautiful until one day I shared my story with a friend. My friend said, "Are you sure? I think he's already married." Uh, and suddenly, it felt like someone knocked on the door uh, of all my old fears.
It looks like we've lost the connection for Toastmaster Nancy. We were in the middle of such an amazing portion of the speech. The climax looked like, but we will have her back once she reconnects. Until then, let's take the journey forward. And I would like to let's actually just wait for a few seconds. Nancy, are you back? Hi,
Yes,
Toastmaster
yes,
Nancy.
yes. There's a
Okay.
connection issue. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Are you ready to continue?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, please carry on. Over to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like someone knocked on the door of all my old fears. I started thinking, this is too good to be true. And what if my heart gets broken? When fear enters our minds, we don't move forward, we step back. So I started ignoring him. A few days later, we were on a video call. I was completely confused, but I instead of asking that, what was bothering me, we kept talking about random things. So just to change the topic, I casually asked, so how's the office? Everything good? He, no, he didn't answer. Instead, he looked straight into my eyes and asked, what happened? What happened? I know you long enough to know something is wrong. He kept inciting until I finally said, I heard that you are married. Without even a second hesitation, he replied, no, I am not married. Yeah, I'm not married. Then he explained everything. His elder brother got married first, and many people simply assumed he was a married one. He even shared proof to clear every doubts. Just then, my friend called and admitted it was a misunderstanding. I felt trouble, and then came the moment that changed everything. Before I proposing, he said something I'll never forget. He said, I want to tell you the truth. I don't I don't own a house. My family lives in a rental home, and I don't want to start our relationship with a lie. Then he looked at me and said, I don't want to change house. I want to build a home, and I see that home in you. That was a proposal based on a money, a status, or promises. It was a proposal based on honesty that happened at the end of March 2024. At the moment, I thought, this is the not just a decent man. This is a man with deep values and cut to the day. I am happily married to that same cute boy. Looking back, I learned that love is not about how long you have known someone. It's about honesty, trust, and having the courage to choose each other. Even when fear tries to pull you apart, sometimes 4 days are enough to begin a lifetime. Yeah, this is my story. Yeah, this is thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy, for sharing a part of your life with us. It's so inspiring. Congratulations on your marriage from all of us. And
Thank you.
yes, it is sometimes that in 4 days you can actually achieve so much, more than
Yeah.
that doesn't happen in years. So congratulations. I'm so glad you validated that assumption when somebody told you that he's married. And sometimes it is about taking that courage to come forward and clarify when there is a misunderstanding. So once again, thank you once again. Fantastic speech. All right, we'll take the session forward now. I would like to take a pause. We were talking about crafting a speech. I really want to hear from you. What are the challenges that you face when you are crafting a speech? Let's take some inputs from everyone. Let's say you are asked to prepare. Yes, Sophia.
Too many thoughts. Too many directions.
Too many thoughts. Okay, that's one. Okay, any other from the room first?
I mean, then you start a speech, right? So you have some purpose.
You have to be a bit louder, sorry.
You think when you speak, right? So sometimes you go off track. So how do you make sure that you align to the agenda and then you speak in the direction which you actually thought of? You don't change the direction.
During the delivery, you mean?
During the
delivery, you tend to sway away to a different tangent.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that is one. So we will focus for today's session on crafting the speech itself. When you're on the stage, that's a different ballgame. We'll cover it at another time. Today we will focus on delivery, or actually building the story, writing the script, crafting the speech. Let's have that in mind and ask other questions. We'll take this separately. Any other thoughts? Yes.
Keeping audience in mind.
Keeping the audience in mind, is that a challenge?
Many a times, because to connect the topic with the audience, it's important to understand.
Right. Okay. Audience. Okay. Anybody from the online, you can just raise your hand and or just unmute and share. Yes, I do see Toastmaster Meg's hand up, so please go ahead and share.
I think the challenge mostly is the content at times, like which story to choose or how to identify what is something that we can share.
Okay, deciding what to talk about, what stories to share, okay, what to include and what to exclude. Yes, Sartaj.
Yeah. So when we say speech and when we say crafted speech, so the craft word adds say extra, the art play. So what I feel when we have to craft a speech, we have to be very conscious about the vocab, all the things. So
right, okay. Even the vocabulary, what kind of nice words, meaningful words to choose for the speech, okay?
And strike a chord with the audience.
Exactly, yes, strike a chord with the audience is tough. Okay, anybody else from the online audience?
You have to be poised and calm while preparing a speech. Have to be poised.
Yes, okay. Yes.
While preparing a speech, you have to be poised, not confused.
Exactly, you have to be calm, composed, poised, and that's a challenge sometimes, you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Toastmaster Monica's hand up, so please, Monica.
It's about, of course, choosing a story, but then how do I convey or convert into a message to the audience? Like, what is the agenda that I really want to bring on the table through that message itself? So that's a bigger challenge, I feel.
What do I really want to convey becomes a challenge, okay? Do you have something in
I just want to, like, for me, when I'm preparing something, that the content should be within the limits of the timing. So sometimes it is giving a more effort to make it aligned with the message, but we want to present and timing. Like, it should not be too much short.
Sure.
That we have to just specifically work out in a way, like content should be covered within the time that was provided.
Sure. Okay. So the time limit, we have to be conscious of how much time we have. It shouldn't be too less or too much. Okay. Thank you for sharing all your inputs. So there are 3 parts to any speech delivery. The first one is crafting the speech. The second one is the delivery. And the third one is the feedback loop. So today we will just cover the first part, which is crafting the speech. So some of your questions we'll have to park it for later, but whatever questions are related to crafting the speech is what I'll try to cover in the session that we have. Okay. So what is the first thing you do whenever you have to be on the stage, deliver a message? Like you have to be on the stage, let's say 2 weeks down the line, you have to prepare something, right? What's the first thing that you think about?
Before the speech or
Before the speech, when you have to prepare, you have to craft the speech. What do you do? What do you know? What's your first thing that comes to your mind? What's the topic? Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. So when I started off, I talked about the why. The why should be very clear. Why do I want to be on the stage? Who are my audience? What message do I want to convey? And remember, when we were in school, we were given essays to write, right? And when we were given essays to write, it used to be like write an essay on your mother or maybe the cow. It was very specific. So we could actually go back and think about that and get back the next day. Imagine if we were given an assignment by the teacher which said, write about anything. Perhaps it would have been very difficult for us. So to some of the points here that came up that there's so many things, what do I talk about? The first and foremost thing is the why. Why am I on the stage? What do I want to convey? And in the process of doing that, you will have to do the audience assessment and then try to deliver a message that connects with them, that strikes a chord with them. So I'll take a pause here and we will continue. We have two speeches today. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Monica. And Toastmaster Monica's speech would be evaluated by Toastmaster Mehak. We all know Toastmaster Mehak now. So Toastmaster Mehak, I would request you to come on the stage and share with us the objectives for Toastmaster Monica's speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Morning once again, everyone. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Monica, is going to deliver a speech from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. She's going to deliver an icebreaker speech where the purpose of the project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. The title of her speech is Success, Failure, and Me. I wish the speaker all the very best and to present the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster. Thank you.
A quick audio video check, Toastmaster Monica. Can you say after me, it's a wonderful day today?
It's a wonderful day today.
Great. Yeah, we can hear you perfectly fine and see you as well. Success, failure, and me, Toastmaster Monica. Toastmaster Monica, success, failure, and me.
One day, day one. I want to go to Appughar. I want to go to Appughar. I don't know. I have to go. You can't, because we are not going as in a family. Only Bhuva is going. You can't go. No, no, no. I will go. I have to go. Please let me go. I will take to movie tomorrow if you won't go today. You always lie. You're bad. I want to go. Come on, Meetu. Let's go. Chalo, Bhuva. Let's go. Day two. I want to go to movie. You all are going. I also want to go. You can't. Your chachi said you can't go because you went to Appughar yesterday despite we saying no to you. But you still went. It's your punishment. You can't go today. Everybody is going. I will be alone at home. I have to go. No, you are not allowed. Chachi, please take me. Please take me. Everybody is bad. They went. They didn't took me. I could have enjoyed. They are so very bad. And I was all alone that day at home, as in a punishment, as in a consequences for what I did last day. Being part of joint family, I had to prove myself. I had to ask for my needs. I have to ask for what I want every single moment of my life. It was really tough because I was not being brought up by one parent, but there were many. And this event was just one incident. There were many such incidents that kept shaping me, that kept shaking me. But let me tell you, of course, I felt bad that day, very bad. But that event is something, when I look back now, I see it has actually done a wonders to me. And that's what I really want to share with all you, that our life is all about many successes and many failures. And we go this journey, of course, doing a lot onto us and then becoming a person that we really want to become. The same incident happened, similar incident, when I had to go for my higher education. I had the similar fight when I had to go to join my organization and for the very first trip abroad. Similar kind of a sequence happened when I had to choose my life partner and the journey went on. But let me tell you, there are a lot of things that happen to us, and there is a lot of messages that we receive through all these situations in our life. And this is what I learned, and I want to share that with you. First, very biggest lesson that I learned here is that I have to take stand for myself. I have to stay poised. I have to stay firm. I have to stay really confident on my feet without worrying how big, how strong the opposition is, how difficult the challenge is. That day, my parents, my family were much bigger, they were much stronger. But still, I won on day one. Of course, I failed on day two, but until I had fought for me, I would not even have enjoyed the day one, maybe. So, first thing is first that take stand for yourself, no matter what, how difficult the challenge is. Second, life always comes with the consequences. There is a beautiful balance. One day, very fun, very winning, very succeeding, very satisfying, very fulfilling. And another day, big failure, struggle, sulking, pain, crying, and all that. But let me tell you, this is how the life teaches us. This is how the life brings everything into the balance. If there is a happiness, the sadness has also be there. If there is achievement, the failure has to be there. If there is a joy, you have to be grounded sometime. So don't feel bad that why difficult situations are happening to you, because life is trying to teach you a lesson of balance through all these situations. I really want you to check with yourself. There may have been such situations in your life where you actually felt, I am failing. But no, life is actually teaching you to bring a balance in your life. And third point, which is my favorite one, every situation in your life gives you something. It's all up to you. What do you take from it? The success gives you a mantra, how you can become better, what things are working for you, what is it that is in your favor, and how you can mold the things around so that you can achieve or you can fulfill all your dreams, desires, and wishes. And the failure, they transform you. They're actually meant to be celebrated more, because through these tough times, you really learn the harshness of the life. That day, I learned that life will not be easy walk. I have to fight for myself, and I fought. Of course, I succeeded day one. I failed miserably on day two. But that situation taught me I have to take stand for myself. Life is a balance, and there's a lot for me to learn. And now, when I look back at all my past experiences, and especially when this one, when I stepped back, I observed that this was the first incident when I actually took responsibility of my happiness, my joy, and I stayed paused and firm there itself. It may be possible that others will not strike a chord with you. They're not supposed to. Why do you expect them to always align with you? That's a wrong expectation. But the better expectation would be, can I still give it a try? Maybe the consequences against me, but if the consequences are against me, I can learn out of it. I can improve myself, and I can become better, taking charge of my own self. So whenever success happens, celebrate it. But when failure happens, celebrate it even more, because these are the moments which are transferring, transmuting, and making you, transforming you to a person that you are supposed to be in your life. So your life has to be mix of all these situations. So today, enjoy your success, enjoy your failure, and be yourself. That's how failure and success and me have always been together throughout my journey. Back to with the Toastmaster of the day.
What a speech, Toastmaster Monica. Yeah, we have to be courageous. I remember the quote from Robin Sharma where he says that we miss all the shots that we do not take. So we have to come forward and take the courage and take ownership for our own lives. Thank you once again. It's time for us to give our feedback to Toastmaster Monica. So timer, can we have 1 minute for this? Please mention what is it that you liked about the speech and what is one thing that you think can be improved in the way the speech was delivered. So people who are online can share it on the group chat or one-to-one with Monica. People who are here can share it maybe on a piece of paper and we'll make sure we'll pass it back to Toastmaster. Or you can actually use your WhatsApp groups and put it on the WhatsApp group. You can use your phone for that. Okay, let's have 1 minute for that.
Yeah, 1 minute is over. 1 minute is over.
Thank
1
you,
minute is 1 minute is over. Over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Our next speaker today is Toastmaster Winnie. Toastmaster Winnie's speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Soumya. You all know Toastmaster Soumya. She is the Vice President Education, our mentor program accountability partner, and an AI enthusiast. So I would invite Toastmaster Soumya to share the objectives for Toastmaster Winnie's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. Today, our next speaker is Vinny Batra. Her speech is from the team collaboration pathway, and the project is Speech with a Purpose. The goal of the speech is to create a speech with a well-defined objective and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. The title is Messy Rooms, Messy Minds, and I'm looking forward to it. All the best, Vinny. We'll see you at the end.
And the Soumya, what is the timings for this Vinny speech?
5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes. Okay, okay.
Hi, Toastmaster Winnie. We'll do a quick audio video check. Could you please say after me, it's a beautiful day today? Toastmaster Winnie, you're on mute. Not able to hear
It's
you.
a beautiful day. Am I audible?
Yes. And is this your speaking position?
Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah, it is okay. Do you want to remove the virtual background or are you fine with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, okay.
I hope I'm visible properly.
Yes,
yes. Yes, you are. So Toastmaster Winnie, messy rooms, messy minds, messy rooms, messy minds, Toastmaster Winnie.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. Hey, buddy, we are very close to you and we can reach your place in just 30 minutes. So, imagine you get a call from one of your friends who's very close to your location and can actually reach your location in 30 minutes asking for your location. what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Probably you call up your spouse and at a flashing speed, you tidy up the entire space. This weekend, on Friday, when we were getting ready for office, my hubby reminded me that we had to get the pest control treatment done. So for us, we stay on the ground floor and therefore our house and furniture is very vulnerable to all kinds of pests, rodents, especially termite. So as a practice, we get this pest control treatment done annually once. This time it was delayed. And further, we had started to spot termite here and there around the doors, around the wooden frames of the door, and there were likely possible effects also seen here and there. Now, for me, the pest control means entire weekend gone because all the personal belongings from the almiras would be thrown out, all the drawers opened, all the cupboards opened, everything that had been not been touched since months would be out, lying on the bed probably. And then after that activity, it has to be put back, arranged into the almirah again. And so the kind of sweat, the kind of toil it entails, the kind of effort and energy it requires. For me, it was a big no. But then Dheeraj has his own way of convincing and getting everyone to agree unanimously to this big decision. And we got it done. So the weekend was spent in this entire activity. Now, something interesting happened. As we were trying to put the things back in place, we realized we kept on asking ourselves, do we really need this? Old bills, broken chargers, clothes that we hadn't worn since so long. We really don't need that. So at the end of this activity, the house felt lighter. Not because we had brought something new, but because we could do away with the things we no longer required. And it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because it gave us a chance to purge, to clean, to declutter the things and reorganize the home. And we were left with a breathable space, a better home, a better organized home. As I sat in the evening, I was thinking, pest control probably is just a reason. It exposed me to something bigger. As we collect the clutter in our surroundings, we also tend to collect clutter in the back of our mind or in our hearts. So deep diving into it, there are three kinds of clutter: physical clutter, mental clutter, and emotional clutter. So what is a physical clutter? The cupboard that won't close, the overfilled almirahs, the crowded desk. So everything lying here and there and demanding a little bit of your attention, that is a physical clutter, as we all know. What is a mental clutter? Unfinished task, 20 tabs open in the browser of your mind, worries of tomorrow, regrets of yesterday, just like an overfilled cupboard and overfilled mind struggling with trying to figure out what really matters. And similarly, there's an emotional clutter also. So for example, the guilts, the expectations, the replay of resentments you had, the conflicts you had with the different people that keeps on replaying long after it is over. And that is troubling you more. So more than the physical clutter, the emotional clutter is very, very heavy. It may not be visible, but it takes up a lot of space in your minds and in your hearts. Now, to understand with an example. So, for example, for the physical clutter, if I am able to organize my almirah and do away with the clothes I no longer require, or maybe organize my desk and clean all the notes, notepads, the books and little bit of papers and all lying on my desk, I would be left with a better mental clarity. And all of you must have realized that after cleaning your wardrobe, it takes us so little time. We would be standing in front of the wardrobe and thinking about like around 15 minutes to figure out what to wear. But after doing that, we can make an instant decision. Similarly, if we clean the desk, it is very instantaneous to figure out what book we want to read next. For the mental clutter, so I have my to-do list, a personal to-do list and office to-do list also. But at times it becomes so heavy that even before starting to act on it, I am mentally exhausted, mentally drained. Similarly, for example, if you're traveling to some of your friend's house and you are going through the phone, there are constant notifications on the phone, and you are engrossed looking at the constant notifications, and you miss that turn. And by the time you realize, you really have to take a longer way back, and you might reach your destination, but then you're mentally drained, mentally stressed out. Similarly, for the emotional clutter, for example, you have one of your colleagues and that colleague said something bad and that hurt you actually. Now you carry that resentment for so long. Later on, if he gives you a simple comment, that would also look like a personal attack to you. So it is always good to do away with the emotional clutter, because you will be left with a better way to respond to the present rather than to react with to the past. The benefit of all this is it leaves you with a better space, as in if you are physically free of that space in your cupboard, you can always buy new clothes. Similarly, in your heart also, if you do away with the hurtful resentments, the guilt, the expectation, the jealousy, and all the negative feelings, you have more room for joy, for forgiveness, for better feelings. So sometimes messy room is not always, does not always mean messy mind. But every once in a while, whenever we get a chance to clean the room, that also reminds us to clean something more important. Because sometimes the space we create around us also becomes the space that we discover within us. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinny. Yeah, in life there are these little things that give us big lessons. So thank you for sharing this experience, Toastmaster Vinny. It's time for all of us to share our valuable feedback with Vinny. So let's take 1 minute again. Toastmaster Geeta, please help us with the timing. And everybody's requested to share the feedback.
Shall I share all the timings the people took or what?
Toastmaster Geeta, let's time this for 1 minute. We are asking for people to give the feedback.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
One minute is over. 1 minute is over. 1 minute is over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. Okay, so now we've all understood when we are crafting a speech, the first step is to understand the why. Right? So what next after we've understood Why do we want to be on the stage? What message we want to deliver? What's the next thing that you usually do? Anything? Sorry?
Message.
The message as in you write the.
Once you decide that why you want to do that, right? Then obviously the speech and the message that you're going to do. Right?
Yes. So you will start writing down what that would entail.
When you get about, break it to some extent, like this is to start with, as a
Yes.
starting point.
Yeah.
This is how you kind of once you started to give a pitch to it, right?
Mhm.
That's an elevation pitch, and then you start crafting a decision around that. And then it goes in.
Sure. So you start writing content around that key message. Okay. Any other thoughts? Anything else you do? Once you have your key message clear, what you want to convey, what next? Yes, Soumya.
Can be two ways actually. Either structure comes first or examples or evidence comes first. So basically the goal is to create pillars of it, the main messages. So this is the key message. What's the story around it? And
Sure. So structure,
Either structure or-
examples, stories, basically content again is what you start working on. Anything from the online audience? Once you have your key message clear and say written down, what is the next thing you do when you're working on a crafting of a speech? So most people here think it is actually the content. You start putting down the content. Is there anything else that comes in between, according to you? You can raise your hand and speak or just unmute.
I just want to say the content that I wanted to deliver, that is where I do want to read something that I can create in my mind, that kind of content I wanted to target in my speech. So if something is here and there, I can continue without any breaks. That is my first target to cover up in my speech content as well. That if something I lost somewhere while speaking, I can connect the dots without any nervousness about the stage.
So you mean some extra content or like thinking through what kind of
Yes,
questions?
like the confident, how can I be confident with my content in that case?
Right.
The content when I'm writing, it's not like that I'm writing so many things that I cannot deliver without, like if I will break without in between somehow. The content should be that much very careful written, so I can deliver without any lack of confidence.
Okay. Yes.
Depending on the topic, then it makes sense researching also.
Researching. Okay. So your Niti's example also on content, like having it structured so that you don't miss it out. Yes, Mohit.
So I mean, it has to be engaging. But I want to ask that point, when you're asking what are things you should do in the before that, how to make it more humorous?
How to make it more humorous? Okay. Sure.
Right? So that when Moni was giving the speech, it was very engaging, and giving the examples, making it humorous also.
Right.
So I mean that way, the audience get information.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think when you prepare a speech, you kind of consider those points also.
Yes. So again, like you're thinking about how to add humor to it. Basically, you're thinking about the content. So most of us think about the content, and we'll come to how to add humor and stuff. But what I have learned is that even before you start thinking about the content, the structure, the stories, or whether it is short enough and clear enough or not, what you should think about is what kind of feeling or emotion you want to leave the audience with. When they have seen your delivery, what feeling do you want to leave them with? For example, today, I am here to deliver the key message on how to craft a speech. That is the key message. It is very clear. That's why I'm here on the stage. Now, having said that, I should be thinking, what emotion do I want the audience to leave with? What feeling do I want them to leave with? So it could be maybe a feeling of being informed, a feeling of, let's say, poise, or satisfaction. If it is a humorous, if I'm a stand-up comedian, then I want to make sure that by the end of that session, the audience is amazed or left in wonderment. So even before you get to the stories, the content, anything on the structure, just think about what do I want to leave the audience with, what feeling or what emotion. So if you remember, I started off with the yes framework, that's what I've called this. Start with why I want to be on the stage. Then the next thing is what emotion do I want to leave the audience with. It's important because if you decide it there and then, everything else that you do will automatically in the back of your mind work in a direction in which it will ensure that it is happening. So Mohit, for example, you mentioned that how to add humor. So first and foremost, I want to ensure that I want to leave them with a feeling of excitement, let's say, or wonder, or or happiness. Once I have that in mind, when I come to the next step, then automatically I will think of examples which are going to bring some sort of smiles or laughter or humor. It will automatically, that's how our brain functions. So we've come to Y and E, and I'll just pause here and we'll get the meeting going forward and we'll come back with my last and final step of speech crafting once the table topics segment is over. So we have our table topics master today, Toastmaster Raja. Toastmaster Raja, are you ready? I'll spotlight you.
Yes. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the table topic session. Table topic is one of the best ways to practice thinking and speaking on your feet, or in other words, impromptu speech. Table topic speeches should be within 1 to 2 minutes. First, I'll call an older Toastmaster and then randomly guests and members. When you are called up, please do your best to speak for at least 1 minute. First of all, I'll invite Toastmaster Hirinder to come upon the virtual stage.
Sure.
For you, the topic is, what was the best advice you have ever received?
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. It's very common and that in India we give advice and we get advice. Even if you ask for a very small thing in a random person, one advice you end up getting 3 or 4. While you're walking, you don't know, you see an unknown person, um, you just look at them, smile for a longer time, you will end up getting a fewer advice. So advices are flowing everywhere, especially in India. I've noticed that even if whether we are ourselves expert or not, but we tend to give advice. We love to give advice actually. That let me put it that way. But the one advice that I got when I was in my college from my martial art teacher, that there are so many distractions you will get throughout your life, but try to pick one best thing for the moment. If you are studying today, pick one best thing or very important thing for the day. So that will help you to focus, and the thing that are not necessary, not important, will really fade away slowly and slowly. But if you pick one thing, it will really help. That's the best advice I can see, or I still feel, and I share the same with my kids also, that you focus one thing, the other thing which is not important will fade away slowly without you choosing them consciously. You focus on one thing and the uh, rest will follow. So that's the best advice that I got. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Raja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirinder, for sharing this valuable insight. Picking up one major thing, and one of my colleagues has a very good funda around this. Whenever he faces multiple problems, he takes leave for 2-3 days, and many of the problems fade away. Okay. Yes, Malika, do you want to go next? Yes,
Alright.
Malika.
Yes, I can go next.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? What would it be?
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. So, if I could see my younger self, I was a little bit very introvert, kind of a shy girl. And I used to be in a studious mode all the time. I don't even think of a time where I could have said to my friends that, okay, playing is a kind of a thing which I can enjoy. I was too studious that many of the things that are near to me don't feel good to me. But then the phase of my life turned, and my parents got me into a boarding school where the people around me changed me completely. They, got me the taste of life where you can balance both the things. Then I got that there are many things in life which need my attention rather than just the books that I have in my hand. And then I got into the travel, then I got to read novels, then I got into a different world. So the piece of advice that I want to give to my younger self is live life to the fullest and be in the present. Don't think of the future too much because you can't change it. Of course, think of it, but don't take stress too much because nowadays my friends also call me and they used to ask me, don't you feel like there's too much you are losing in life? And like there are many things that I have in my hand. Let me enjoy that first, and rest of the things can go on. So that's the younger advice that I want to give to myself: that be in present and enjoy the life to the fullest. Thank you.
Great advice, Monica. Dr. Archana, you want to go next?
Yes.
For you, the topic is.
Excuse me, who is that speaker?
Now?
Yeah.
Dr. Archana.
Okay.
The topic is, who is the best speaker you have ever heard and why?
I remember when I was in 8th standard, I think. I went to a program where Mr. Shiv Rao going to speak, and I read his book, and I was really inspired by it. So that moment of time, I went with my mother, and he spoke so beautifully on stage. And it was the first speech I have ever heard live, and first speaker I've seen. And his book already was very inspiring to me. You can win. So that was the moment I felt like a speaker must be somewhere, something like him. Can inspire and motivate all together. And when you go to a particular session of them, you just were a different person. And when I came out from that program, I was completely a transformed person. A speaker who can transform people whom listening to. That is the best speaker, I think. And for me, he was the first speaker who transformed completely in the way I thought, because I was a very shy and skeptical kind of person before that. And after that, I started working on myself, working on my personality, and that completely transformed my way of thinking and my attitude towards life. So this was one of the best speakers I have ever heard live on my stage, and that transformed.
What was the name of the speaker?
Mr. Shiv Khera.
Okay. He has very good books on his name. Very inspirational public speaker. Thank you. Next. Who are the offline members? Distinguished Toastmaster Mohit.
Yeah, we do have a couple of guests here, and we do have some members also. So we could invite maybe Parsuram.
Who is the guest there? Can you please name them?
We have Parsuram and we have Sarkaj.
Okay. First of all, I'll go with the distinguished Toastmaster Mohit with you.
Okay, sure.
Same theme for you. Who is the best speaker you have ever heard and why?
The best speaker I've ever heard and why. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Raja, for that topic. The best speaker that I have heard. So let me start by telling you that I was extremely the kind of person who wouldn't read any books at all once upon a time. And I would just avoid reading any books. I was like, there's no point. I can't remember everything that I read and so on and so forth. Even though people would tell me that reading is a good habit and so on. But the change happened in me when I heard John Maxwell. So John Maxwell, I heard him online and one of the speeches that he had delivered was about how to read a book. And after having gone through that speech, it transformed something in me. It told me that the way we read books, at least the way I used to read books, is very different from the way people like John Maxwell and even Abdul Kalam and people like who we really look up to, the way they read books is very different from the way we do. So that speech of his about how to read a book brought about a huge change in me, and I picked up his book, which was called 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. That was the first book I really read outside of the academic books that you're forced to read anyway. And then there has been no looking back. I have read almost all the books from John Maxwell, and there are hundreds of books that he has written. And then also there are several other readers that I follow, writers that I follow. But the thing is that one person can change, transform something in you. And that for me, it was John Maxwell. For me, a speech or listening to somebody, if it brings about a transformation, then it makes it makes a difference. Otherwise, it's no good. And yeah, so look, now there has been no looking back. I read a lot, and I read very differently from what I used to before. Like there would be notes on my and the books are very personal things. Like I don't really share books, and this is what I've learned from John Maxwell. Don't share your books; they're very personal things. Have your notes there, maybe underlines, highlight, whatever you want to do that, and draw out your messages, your interpretations out of that. So imagine like that one speech brought about such a huge transformation in me, and I owe that to John Maxwell. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Raja, for reminding me.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit, for sharing your valuable insight about John Maxwell. He is a very good speaker, very good coach, great author. Now I would like to invite guest Sartaj.
Yeah, he'll give you a topic.
Yeah, hello, Toastmaster.
For you, the topic is what makes you listen carefully to someone?
Okay, to this, I will answer two ways. One is that first, we don't want to listen somebody, so we don't want to listen. But if we go back to our like how our brain is designed, so it processes whatever we speaking. So if we speak slow, if we speak something relevant, that our brain process and we want to listen more. And if something is which is like the tokens which are passing to our brain is not like is beyond the processing thing, then we don't want to listen. And I think it will be short. I can add more details here, but so yeah, I mean, few more points. Like if we have to listen somebody, we have to listen with the intent of listening rather than intent of replying. So like we should not think about what we will be replying to the other person. Just be there, be present, and listen to them, and that is what make us to listen somebody.
Thank you, guest Parshuram. Thank you for attempting the table topic session. Welcome to the Toastmaster Club. And guest Parshuram, do you want to come next?
Hi, Toastmaster. Very good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. For you, the topic is, what is one habit that changed your life?
So thanks for the topic and the opportunity to speak here. The one habit that has changed my life. So to someone who was in his college at 16 years and in the challenging environment, trying to manage so many things because like life throws you so many things at you, especially at college where you, for the first time, you're given the freedom to explore and to learn. You get a lots and lots of things. So I was navigating the space where there was ample opportunities which were available, and I was not able to maintain my poise and keep my calm where I could choose something that makes meaning to me, something that would create purpose to me. So I took up lots and lots of things. And then I started failing in some of them, not being able to keep up with my responsibilities. And then what I understood that changed my life entirely is to connect everything with oneself, one's purpose in life, which is when you pick any habit or when you pick any skill or your work, how do you connect it to your life? How do you connect it to your greatest story? What kind of value do you add? So this habit of seeking value in everything and seeking purpose in everything has been the transforming habit that I have cultivated, trying to seek purpose in the activities that we do. That has been the greatest habit that I have cultivated over these years that has helped me a lot. So thanks again for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Parshuram. You have spoken very well. Toastmaster Mohit Agrawal, you had raised your hand. Do you want to go next?
Yeah.
Others can also raise their hand. I have one more topic after this. I'll pick one. Toastmaster Mohit, for you, the topic is, tell us about a time when your words made someone happy.
Okay. Just give me 10 seconds to think about it. Oh. Okay, so I was having my 10th anniversary in my office, kind of a work anniversary, my office. And when I was going through the testimonials shared by the colleagues I worked with, I received very uh, basically I received a testimonial in which I sat with a person who kind of understood his journey, his concerns, and guided him a lot. And I didn't know, so it as part of my role. I did that, and I didn't know what that the guidance which they shared with him, the journey, the concerns which I kind of addressed. This is my experience. That at the end of the day changed his life. Okay, and when I really read that testimonial, it really it was like a music to my ears because what makes you happy is that once if your guidance can really change someone's life, you can certainly give directions to someone, then that is something which you always feel very good about very proud about. And that's where it is basically. So yeah.
You still have few seconds.
Okay. I think, but I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. I got a message from distinguished Toastmaster Mohit. Aditi, Toastmaster Aditi, want to go next?
Toastmaster Neeti.
Neeti, yes.
Hi.
Okay. The topic is complete this sentence. Every great speech begins with.
Can you repeat the topic? Sorry, for me.
Complete this sentence. Every great speech begins with.
I need to take change the topic. Is it fine for you? I'm not getting.
No issues.
Yeah.
Next topic is, what is one thing that always gives you confidence?
So believing in myself. Actually, the topic is. Thank you for giving me this topic. I just wanted to say that believing in myself is always giving me confidence. So whenever some odd times are coming in my life as well, I try to bring the things like how can I overcome out of that, and keep talking to myself, justifying like why it happens, what could be the possibilities I can overcome on that. And this is all because of my confidence I can bring that. I'm not taking the odd times to make myself down, and just thinking about that, the possibilities I can overcome, that all time give me the possibility that how can I just back to the on the roadmap itself, not down myself. So that is the point that I want to just say here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neeti.
Thank you.
Timer of the day, you want to go next? Last theme for you, ma'am.
Geeta.
Okay, Toastmaster Geeta, for you, topic is, what is one mistake that taught you an important lesson?
I am Geeta, Toastmaster Geeta. What is one mistake that taught me a lesson is to help others without asking them. I have a habit of helping others, and when I help others, I feel very good. But when you help others without they ask for your help, so that is what you feel that you are just imposing on them, and they are not even thankful to you. They must be enjoying your help and everything. And by helping others, if they are not asking you, you are not making them independent or grow. If you want anybody to grow, you shouldn't help them like they are not asking you. You are just helping them because you know that they need your help. So they will not grow. So the lesson I got is not to help anybody or even your kids if they don't ask you. Because if I have helped my son so much in the childhood that I have made him so much dependent on me. So that is the lesson I got, that you should not help others, because sometimes people take you granted for that also. Yes, automatically she'll be helping you, and they are taking advantage of this also by making you emotionally fool. Why? Because I have lost so much of money on this aspect also. My money has also gone because they know that she has a helping nature. She will automatically help you by just we are fooling her, by just we will emotionally blackmail her. So this is the lesson I got, that I shouldn't help others without asking them, and I should not help my child without even he asks, because it makes he I will make him more and more dependent on me if I want to see him more growing and be like an adult person. So I shouldn't help. So this is the biggest lesson, and I have made so many mistakes, so many mistakes. Like I can't even count on it, but I'm just improving on it. But still, I'm making the mistakes, but I'm just improving on it. I'm improving on it, that I shouldn't help others like they are not asking. No, no, I will do it. I will do it. मैं तो करा दूंगी, मैं तो करा दूंगी. And sometimes, because I think it's some ego on. It shows my ego also. Ego also, or what I feel, that I feel superior, or I don't know. But this is the mistake I want to improve on myself. This is all I can say.
Thank you,
Thank you
Toastmaster
so
Geetika,
much.
for sharing your personal insights. It's a very relatable learning you have shared. Many parents and many people have this idea of helping others without people asking them. It was also, this message was also given in a web series which I was watching. The name of that web series was Rak, where SI Jayaprakash had a father who was the retired constable, who always say his SP, his boss, that please be soft with my son. That is not the way. Thank you for sharing your learnings. Our meeting team asked a very simple yet profound question. Do great speeches begin with perfect words or with a powerful idea? Today's speakers gave us the answer. None of us had time to prepare. There were no scripts, no rehearsals, and no polished presentations. Yet we heard inspiring stories, thoughtful opinions, and moments of humor. That reminds us of an important truth. Great speaking does not begin with perfect words. It begins with the courage to share an authentic idea. Thank you all for making this table topic session engaging, insightful, and enjoyable. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raja. For those of you who don't know, Raja is an author of several books, including the one that I have personally read, that's called The Elite Performer. So you may want to check out his books. Thank you, Raja. It was such an amazing session. Anyway, now we move on to the next segment of the meeting, which is the evaluations. But before that, I want to keep my theme back into action. So we've covered the first two things that you do when you are to give a speech. First one is to understand the reason why you're on the stage. Second is what emotion you want to leave the audience with. And then the last but not the least is the structure. And in the structure, there's a power of the trio. So 3 is a magic number. People remember if you give 3 steps or 3 stories or 3 ideas. And even for your own self, it becomes a little easier if you have 3 things to talk about. So now that you have known what you want to deliver, think about the 3 stories, ideas, or steps. So just to give you the example, today, my key message for you all was how to craft a speech. My emotion that I wanted to leave you with was maybe a feeling of learning something new, a sense of satisfaction. My 3 things for you, 3 steps for you were: number 1, the why of doing the speech, the emotion that you want to leave the audience with, and the third thing is this structure. So even this delivery is based on the same structure. And if you can maybe relate with the speeches that at least I give in the recent past, they are all based on this very simple and yet very powerful structure or approach. So these 3 ideas is what comes next. Then relate these 3 ideas, tie them all together so that you can relate it back with the original message. So in my presentation, for example, the 3 ideas are very clear to you. How they all tie together is, if you do these 3 things, then you will be able to have a draft ready for your speech. And it applies even for workshops. It applies even for the book writing process. So I was checking the book which is very famous. It's called Speak Like a TED. Speak Like a TED. Anybody has heard of that book? So it's about speaking. But the structure of the book is such that it has 3 parts. And each of those 3 parts has 3 subparts. So it says in the subtitle, it says 9 ways to become a powerful speaker. And the structure of the book is exactly based on this framework. So to your point, so Niti had raised a point earlier about how much time do I need to make for the speech. So this framework will apply regardless of whether it is a 2-minute speech or whether it is a 5 minutes or whether it's a 1 hour long workshop. It keeps the audience aware of where we are going and what we are achieving out of the whole thing. So 3 things to talk about, then how they tie together, and then at the very end, have a call to action. So my call to action for you all, now that you have understood this framework, is you have your next pathway speech that you have to prepare. It could be your icebreaker, it could be your next project. Try to use this framework to come out with your speech draft. It won't be perfect. You may have to work on it further. You may have to add more nice words to it, sprinkle humor on it, but it will give you a working draft. So try it out and let me know whether it worked for you or not. Now I would like to take the meeting forward, and I would like to invite Toastmaster Mehak again, the general evaluator for the day, to take us through the evaluation segment. Over to you, Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Good afternoon, everyone. Now we will quickly take over with the evaluation segment, and I think I will first quickly start over with the evaluations for the speeches. For Toastmaster Monica, who was our first speaker, I was her evaluator, and I will quickly start with the evaluation for my target speaker, that is Toastmaster Monica. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Monica, on delivering your icebreaker speech. The purpose of a speech was to help the audience know you better, and I believe you certainly achieved that today. What immediately caught my attention was your opening. The beginning that you defined was day 1 or 1 day. Instantly created curiosity. It made the audience wonder what was going to unfold next. And then you beautifully dramatized the childhood incident of wanting to visit Appugar and being denied that opportunity. The emotions you portrayed, disappointment, feelings, hurt, and later reflecting on similar experiences in your life made your story relatable and engaging. That emotion was something that was portrayed with your whole body. So congratulations and kudos to you for doing that. Another strength was your storytelling. Rather than simply telling about your life, you took us through the moments of success and failure, the transitions from your childhood to your higher education journey, and the challenges of standing up for yourself helped us to understand your personality. Your expressions and the story came alive. I also appreciate the way you concluded your speech. Your message was clear that success teaches us lesson, failure transforms us, and life is about maintaining balance. Ending with a clear call to celebrate success while embracing the failures left the audience with a meaningful takeaway. Not only this, your story was full I think there were so many words that so many grammar, so many language that was being used in your story today. That was really great. And not only this, you also made sure to use the word of the day as well as the phrase of the day wherever it was necessary. Like in your speech, it was quite visible that you have used the word poised quite a few many times. So good job done there as well. This shows that you have become a great speaker and have transformed that now you can even come on the stage, and if you want to deliver a speech instantly, you can do that. One suggestion that I have is regarding the central message. During your speech, you catch upon several powerful key ideas. Whether it was standing up for yourself, whether it was confidence, balancing life, celebrating success, learning from failure, and personal transformation. So there was quite a few meaningful lessons that was present in your speech. Each of these was valuable, but together they felt like it was too much, delivering multiple messages at once. As the speech grows with future deliveries, I encourage you to identify one core message and allow every story and example to reinforce that single idea. Maybe something that balancing your life is something that I felt would actually fit that puzzle part in your speech today. A focused message is often remembered long after the speech as well. So overall, Toastmaster Monica, this was a heartfelt and engaging icebreaker speech. You introduced us to your personality, your resilience, and your journey. The storytelling, emotional connect was the strength, and what's likely that needs improvement is just choosing one message. Congratulations. This was the evaluation, and now I would like to take on the evaluation for our second speaker, that is Toastmaster Vinny. For this, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Soumya.
Thanks, Toastmaster Meher. Vinny, I hope you're able to hear me well. Can you hear me? Yeah, perfect.
Yes, I can.
Great. Thanks. Congratulations to Toastmaster Vinny on your speech with the purpose speech, your pathway one. I mean, it takes so much time to prepare a speech, so that in itself is a cause to celebrate. Kudos for coming up here. The goal for your speech was to have a well-defined purpose and deliver it in a well-structured way with the audience. I think you did that wonderfully well. It was very clear what the message was. You clearly struck a chord with the audience over in that aspect. So well done on that. I have noted some, and now, so overall, yes, the speech did its job well. It had a clear goal and a clear call to action. Now I've noted some standout points and a few areas that would make the speech even more impactful, right? So let's start with what really worked well. So first of all, your speech had a great structure. It was very easy to follow from point A to point B, right? And secondly, you got the audience. That's number one. Then secondly, you got the audience from a very funny, light-hearted story to deeper messages around clutter, not just physical, but also mental and emotional. So that journey was great. And I especially want to appreciate the fact that the beginning was light-hearted, so it was easy ramp up, and then you got into the deeper messages. You use the trio structure that Toastmaster Mohit just told us about, where you gave 3 specific types of clutter: physical, mental, emotional, gave examples where you gave the story first and the lesson later. So I think that worked very well too. And you had a strong ending. So very clear what the call to action should be, how, and we had ways, practical takeaways on how we can reduce the clutter in these 3 aspects in our lives. Now, things that could have been done better. So first is, while the ending was great, I feel the beginning could have been stronger. You started with a great question where you said, it was relatable question where you asked us that whenever someone comes home, don't we just rush to clean up the mess? But then you had a story about pest control coming up. It took me a while to understand how it is relating to the clutter, the clutter theme or messiness. So one suggestion could be either perhaps the story itself could have been skipped and you would have talked much more about that first question, which was talking about cleaning up the mess when someone comes, or maybe chosen a different story that aligns more closely with the theme. So we want that in the first 2 sentences, we want to know, like the audience should know what the purpose is. So that's the main thing. And the second suggestion is the visuals. So the virtual background was fine, we could still see you. However, there was a light, at least in few parts, that was reflecting on the top of your head. So it made it a little harder experience to connect in those moments. Then the body language also. I feel like if you part of the body was visible, so we could see a few hand gestures, but not more of it. That made it difficult to connect through body language. And in the visuals, yes. Thirdly, yes. So the third is the eye contact. Of course, it's okay to look at notes, especially in an online setting, but perhaps a way that can be done is instead of having the notes on the table or down wherever it is placed downwards, it can be in front of you. So that way you would still maintain the eye contact with the camera. Again, having said that, I think the speech overall was great. I loved it. And yes, I'm taking home the message and will try to implement it, reduce clutter everywhere. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Soumya, for this wonderful evaluation for our speaker, Toastmaster Vinny. Now, I will quickly move on to the report from our tag team players. First, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Geeta to share her report as the timer for the meeting.
Toastmaster Mehak, it seems like Toastmaster Geeta has got dropped.
Okay. No worries. We can start over with our counter then. I would request Toastmaster Tanaf to come up and to share his report as an our counter for the meeting.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So as the R counter for today, I've counted every single filler words or repetitions for each of the role players and the speakers. So I'll be sharing my report, starting with Toastmaster Mehak. Toastmaster Mehak had no filter words or ums or repetitions and a flawless record. Toastmaster Mohit had 6 R's and ums and 4 repetitions. Toastmaster Gayatri had 1 R Then Toastmaster Nancy had 3 R and ums and 3 repetitions. Toastmaster Monica had 0 arms, 0 filler words or repetitions. Again, a flawless record. Toastmaster Vinny had 3 filter words and 2 repetitions. Toastmaster Hirinder had 3 arms and 1 filter word. Dr. Acharya she had 2 arms and no filter words or repetitions. Toastmaster Malika had 1 arm and 3 repetitions. Toastmaster Raja Kumar had 2 arms and no filter words or repetitions. Toastmaster Sartaj had 7 arms and 4 filter words. And Toastmaster Parshuman had 2 arms and 2 filter words. Toastmaster Mohit Agarwal had 1 arm and 2 filter words. And Toastmaster Niti had over 10 arms and 2 filter words. Toastmaster Geeta had 4 filter words and no repetitions. Toastmaster Soumya had 5 arms and no filter words or repetitions. I'll be sharing the report in the WhatsApp as well. And that's it from my side. Back to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tanaf, for sharing such a detailed report as an our counter for the meeting. Now, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Gayatri to share her report as the grammarian for the meeting.
Thank you, the general evaluator. First of all, I would like to congratulate the Toastmasters who used the word of the day and the idiom of the day. That was Toastmaster Mehak, Toastmaster Geeta, Toastmaster Monica used word of the day, and idiom of the day was used by Toastmaster Mohit and Toastmaster Tanam. And some good usage of words I found. the overall meeting. Conviction, determination, integrity, resilient, compassion, articulate, persuasive, authentic, impactful, resonate, streamline, purge, recalibrate, breakthrough, evoke, captivate, vulnerable, breathable space, clutter, resentment, cultivated. And some quotes, every choice with consequences. Take a stand for yourself no matter how difficult the challenge is. Celebrate your failures even more than your successes. Turn setbacks into opportunities. And some grammar improvements I observed on. I don't want to change house. Better usage will be, I don't want to keep changing houses, want to build a home. And I'm taking notes on my books. I'm taking notes in my books or from my books. That would be a better usage. And this is how the life teaches us. This is how life teaches us. Be a better usage. Thank you. Back to you. That's it about my grammar. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gayatri, for sharing a wonderful report as the grammarian for the making. Now I see Toastmaster Geeta is back. I would like to call her on stage to share her report as the time. You're not audible.
Hello. Yes, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience because my battery was gone. That is why you felt the inconvenience. The first I would like to evaluate Nancy. I think Nancy has a icebreaker speech or a standard prepared speech. I am confused about it, Nancy. Soumya, can you please help me with this?
So Nancy's was a 2 minutes.
And a 2-minute speech, right?
It's an icebreaker speech or a standard prepared speech?
It's a 2 minute speech. It is neither an icebreaker nor from the pathway.
Okay. I think if it's a 2-minute speech, she took almost because of there's some problem with the network and everything. She took 4 minutes 10 seconds because there was some problem with the network issues. So she took 4 minutes 10 seconds. And for the Monica, her is an icebreaker speech. And for icebreaker speech, time is 4 to 6 minutes. She took 6 minutes 56 seconds, well within the time. Monica's speech is well within the time. And Vinny is a prepared speech. Vinny Ji is prepared speech, which is for 5 to 7 minutes. And she took 6 minutes 55 seconds, well within the time. Vinny's speech is also well within the time. Then we have table topics. Table topics first is Mr. Hirender, and for the table topics, time is 1 to 2 minutes, and he finished by 1 minute 40 seconds. Mr. Hirender finished by 1 minute, and Mallika, she finished by 1 minute 30 seconds, well within the time. And Dr. Archana 1 minute 55 seconds, well within the time. Mohit ji 1 minute 57 seconds. And Sartaj ji, he took 1 minute and 11 seconds. I think this is disqualifying, 1 minute 11 seconds. I don't know. For Mr. Sartaj, he took 1 minute 11 seconds. And guest Parshuram ji, he took 1 minute 38 seconds. 1 minute 38 seconds. And Mohit Agarwal, he took 1 minute 14 seconds. 1 minute 14 seconds. Neeti, she took 56 seconds only. She is not even 1 minute also. So she took only 56 seconds. I don't know about my speech, how much time I took, because I have not seen my time because I'm so uh, shaky while speaking, because I'm not confident while speaking. So I could not see my time, what time I took. And for the evaluator, for Monica's speech is Mehak. She, for the evaluation time is 2 to 3 minutes. So she took 3 minutes 28 seconds. Monica took 3 minutes to, Mehak took 3 minutes 28 seconds for Monica's speech. And for Vinny's speech, Soumya is the evaluator. For Vinny, she took 3 minutes 56 seconds. 3 minutes 56 seconds, but the time is 2 to 3 minutes. This was what I have noted.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geeta, for sharing your report as the timer. I think for Toastmaster Monica, the speech timing was 4 to 6 minutes and the grace period was for 30 seconds. So she should have concluded her speech in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your reports. Now, I would like to share my report as the general evaluator for the overall meeting. I believe that today's meeting was engaging. It was well structured and something that we discussed in the previous meeting to what we can improve upon. And I surely believe that we did somehow improve in certain areas. Every role player contributed towards the meeting, make sure that the meeting was informative as well as enjoyable. I would first like to appreciate the Sergeant Camps as well as the presiding officer, Toastmaster Hirender, for warmly welcoming the guests, introducing the new members, giving the brief that what and how Toastmasters work. Your introduction definitely helped every one of us to understand the purpose of the meeting. Next, we had our host, Toastmaster Mohit. I thoroughly enjoyed the way you conducted the session. What stood out for me was the audience engagement. Instead of just delivering a one-way presentation of how you're supposed to craft a speech, to involve the audience through questions, build the session around their responses only, like make your session more interactive, energetic, and relevant as well. So good job done, Toastmaster Mohit. Our 2-minute speaker, Toastmaster Nancy, delivered a beautiful speech titled around 4 days that changed everything for her. What immediately caught the attention for every one of us was that she created curiosity, make sure that the audience was eager to know what happened next in her story. So particularly something that was music to my ear was the storytelling and the heartfelt and the honest conversation you kind of had with the audience today. So good job done again, Toastmaster Nancy. This was a really impressive part that you were confident, you were speaking from your heart, and you wanted to make sure that this emotional connection was memorable. So well done. Moving on to our table topic master, Toastmaster Raja. Congratulations on conducting an excellent session. I think the topics that you brought were thought-provoking, relevant to the meeting theme, and you encourage every speaker to reflect before responding. So you also supported the speakers. You also nudged them to continue without breaking the flow. So this is a wonderful quality that a table topic master can have. If the speaker is not able to deliver the speech, how a table topic master can nudge the speaker. A quick appreciation for the tag team players as well for Timer, R Counter, and Grammarian. I think all of you did a great job with the roles that specifically you took. For the Grammarian, for carefully cracking the language, sharing a word of the day as well as the idiom of the day, making sure that we all use it in the meeting thoroughly. R Counter for making us become aware of our filler words and the repetitive expressions that we use in the speeches, and the timer as well for showing the timing cards at the relevant timings. I think there were a few things that we can improve upon. There are a few things that we improved. So in the last meeting, I think we talked about welcoming the guests, and when we are welcoming them, we also should give them or ask for their name. So I think we did that well today in the meeting. The table topic master was, and for all of us, we were all sure that who are present in the offline session. Secondly, we worked upon the the volume and the voice that was clear in the meeting today throughout. So there was no disturbance in the offline or being in a hybrid session. So kudos to all of you who are present in the hybrid mode for setting up the connections and for making sure that the meeting was smooth and there was no voice or disturbance that we surfaced in the meeting recently. So there are two things that we definitely worked upon. Third thing that we are still working upon is the timing part. I'm sure we have gone through these two things, and I'm sure that we will work upon the timing as well. Another thing that we making, I think that I noticed in the meeting for today as well, there were certain Hindi words that were being used in the meeting today. So since today's meeting was conducted in English and we are conducting Toastmasters meeting in English, so let's make sure to maintain consistency in the language. And if we want to use any other language, let's make sure to convert it into English as well. Other than this, I felt that the meeting was great. I have noted down the feedback for the table topic speakers as well. Maybe due to the paucity of time, I will not be sharing it here. I can just frame and share it over the WhatsApp message as well, because we discussed in the previous session that let's give one word or feedback or what went well for the table topic speakers as well. So let's see if we can cover it up, and I will make sure that I will share it in the groups rather than sharing it here right now due to the time constraints. So this was it. It was a good meeting. We had a structured meeting today with lot of, I think it was a smooth throughout with less disturbance due to the hybrid session that we had in the previous meeting. We just need to be sure that we are able to cover and wrap up the meeting in time. So that's the only, I think, the next step that we need to work upon. All in all, a great meeting. Now I would like to pass on the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Hirinder, to take it forward. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Mehak Kapoor. You have covered a great ground. You have noted every minute detail from beginning till so far. As you kindly noted that we are little behind the schedule, so we'll try and wrap up quickly. So we'll go directly to Siddharth Sharma and see how was his experience of the meeting. Siddharth, I guess you have joined as a member already, right?
Yes, yeah, thank you. Actually, I joined 2 weeks back, and this is my second session that I am attending. And I'll be probably, if there is an offline class, I'd like to be there physically so that I can meet you all guys, whoever is present there. So that's my plan next week. If that's possible, I'll try to be there. Over and all, it was really lovely. I'm learning. I'm happy to be here. Actually, let's put it this way. So great presentations, really good speakers out there, and I'm learning, so I'll learn a lot from you guys. I'm at the right place. That's what I feel at the moment, and yeah, I'm looking forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth. You're welcome again. Our physical venue is in Gurgaon, and you will get to the detail. I believe you are already added in our WhatsApp groups, and
right.
If not, I can share the offline venue, which happens to be in Gurgaon. Now I need Toastmaster Mohit, your help to call upon the guest, please.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Hirinder. We can call Parsuram to begin with. We would like to hear from you how you felt, how was your experience in the meeting. Please.
The meeting was great, and I was able to carry a lot of points and life stories that were very inspiring. So overall, the meeting was a very nourishing experience for me. So thank you for that. And that's it. No,
Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you. Sartaj,
Thank you.
Your experience. We have we have one more guest actually. Let me call Sartaj.
Please call.
Yeah, hi. So today
Hi,
was
Sartaj.
yeah, hi. Today was my second meeting, and I would like to continue here. Will be joining the club, and there is a lot of good insight from the speakers, icebreaker speakers, and the prepared speeches, and the learning I'm taking from Toastmaster Vinny. That three type of letters, that was a learning for me, and from other Toastmasters as well. So looking forward to the prepared speeches in the coming meetings.
Thank you, Sartaj. Yeah, we have Mohit Sani there, right? 10 and there. You can connect after the meeting if you really want to take it forward. You're more than welcome. Thank
Those
you.
are all the online guests we have here at Toastmaster Harinder, so you can check online if there's anybody else.
Do we have anybody else? Let's see. Think Malika has dropped, so I don't see any guest online. Okay, I don't see any online guests present, and I think this was a great meeting. Thank you all the members, participants, to making it happen and sharing your bit. Thank you so much. Well done. Kudos. We call this meeting adjourned here, and happy weekend. You have anything?
Yeah, I just want to request everybody who's present to share their feedback on the form also. So I'll be sharing it on the Teams group and also on the WhatsApp. So if you can share what you liked or what you think can be better, and also your votes for the best speaker and role players. So, Soumya, can I request you to put it on the group WhatsApp? You have already done that. So I'll be just putting it on the Teams chat. So just take 1 minute to do it right away, everyone who's present.
Are we announcing the winners right here, Toastmaster Mohit, or you want to do it offline?
We'll be announcing the winners offline, Toastmaster Harinder.
Okay, thank you. So I think that's all we have for today. I think. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Virender. We can just wait for the feedback to come in, and once that is done, let's do a picture. We can have everybody who's present here come here for a picture, and then everybody who's still online can switch on their camera. So we'll try and get everybody in the same frame. Sorry? Yeah, we can actually come here once people have submitted. You have the link, right? Got it. Perfect. Okay, once you're done submitting that form, you can come here. We'll do a picture and then we'll wrap up.
You can include us in the picture also.
Yes, yeah, let me do that.
Voted. Anyone left for the voting? Just do a thumbs up once you're done. Toastmaster Nancy, Toastmaster Siddharth, Toastmaster Vinny. Thank you, Toastmaster Tanav.
For a quick picture, if you're done, please attach. Okay, we'll need somebody to click it for us, although the recording is still on, so we can use that too. But somebody please click the picture and post it on the WhatsApp once we are ready. Do we have everybody online? I just can't see Nancy. Is she still there?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. 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 Can somebody do a click? Monica, please, yeah, let us know. We'll smile when you tell us.
Yeah, have your smiles on. Let me take one more. Everybody on the camera, just look at your cameras. All those who are on online, just look at your camera. Ready?
Let's do it.
Yes, captured.
Thank you. All right, thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.